Hey guys, how we doing? Welcome to Tuesday's video, and we're just going to be talking about taking care of yourself because quite frankly that's very important. So the first thing about taking care of yourself, fundamental, get good sleep, at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. You got to make yourself a good bedtime and just stick to it. My current bedtime that I try to reach every day is 7 p.m. because I wake up at 3 a.m. to do my runs and my workouts and get ready for work and all that stuff. And that's about 8 hours. So you just need good sleep, guys. It's not that difficult to do. It's just get off the phone or get off the couch or just make yourself a bedtime and stick to it. It's no biggie. We kind of make it bigger than it is, like a bigger deal than it is. I used to make it a bigger deal. I was like, I can't afford to go to bed at a decent time and then wake up at a decent time where my sleep is prioritized and my recovery time is also prioritized. I couldn't do that, and then I did it, and I was like, okay, this actually ain't that bad. So it's not that bad, guys. So, yeah, 1, your sleep. 2, let's get some fitness in. We cannot be unfit for life. Life is going to hit you like a train if you're unfit, all right? We already know this. So find a gym if you don't already have a gym, or get some weights or whatever. Do some calisthenics and get some workouts. Try to do like at least 2 to 3 a week. I kind of try to do mine at least, ideally, 4 times a week. Doesn't really happen at this rate. I'm probably going to be hitting it about three times this week. So, I mean, it's not terrible. It's something. You need to do something. That's the main, like, fundamental structure of this video. You gotta put some effort towards it, guys. So, we got our sleep. We got our workouts. And third one, let's just find something productive to do that's outside of work, outside of your 9 to 5 or whatever your schedule is. I just use that as like a regular basis of understanding. Find a hobby. Don't just brain rot on social media or on YouTube or on Instagram, TikTok. Find an actual physical hobby that you need your hands to work on, and you need your brain to actually be thinking about, functioning, focusing on, and just set time aside from it, or for it, sorry, and just work on it. I like guns, all right, quite frankly. I don't always need to work on them every day because that's not necessarily the reality of owning them, but I do mess with them every day. So that's still my kind of tactile hobby that I get to experience on a daily basis. And it just, I don't know, it calms me down. I like mechanical stuff, and those are very mechanical. So it just satisfies me. So yeah, let's see. We got sleep. We got workouts. We got hobbies, productive hobbies. I mean, I guess my hobby isn't necessarily the most productive. Another one. Number 4. Well, quite frankly, this should be number 1. All right, we're scooting everything back 1. So number 1, and I've been harping on this in my more recent videos, and I'm not going to stop. So sorry, I guess. Not really, though. You got to build your relationship with God. That is your number 1 fundamental thing. You get that. You get your sleep. You get your workouts. You get a productive hobby, or just honestly a hobby that's not on a phone or does not necessitate a screen being present. So you get those things, and what these things create is a mindset that's just kind of more balanced. You're less stressed, you're less worried, you're more physically prepared, more physically capable, you're better rested, you have a larger capacity to think, and you're more in tune with your creator. And quite frankly, I don't think there's anything that can go wrong with that. So if you haven't done it yet, I think today is a great time. Yesterday was a better time, but today would be a good time to at least start on that. Just sit down with a piece of paper and a pen, because we can still do that now, and just write down, or just like at least imagine some sort of schedule, what your daily routine and schedule will look like. For me, like I said, I try to go to bed every day at 7, or at a time where I know when I wake up I will have gotten 8 hours of sleep, or at least 7 hours of sleep, but ideally no less than that. And I go to bed, I wake up, well, right before I go to bed, I read my Bible, and when I wake up, I read my Bible. So therefore, I have bookended my day with reading the Bible, with my number one fundamental, and then it's complemented by my sleep. And then when I wake up, all of that is complemented by my workouts and my runs. And sometime in the day, I don't know when. This kind of varies depending on the day, but eventually it's also complemented by my hobbies. And then again, it's bookended again by my spiritual walk with God. So I do all these things because there are points in my life that I want to achieve. I want to be as physically capable as I can, and I want to be as mentally and emotionally and spiritually capable as I can. So these are why I'm doing these things, and I think other people can benefit from it as well. So that's all I got for you today. Thank you for watching, and Jesus is King as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.